Hi everybody, Dr. Menno here. The purpose of putting this video up is to bring to your attention a documentary that came out over 8 years ago called The Invisible War about the rampage of sexual abuse in the U.S. military. Recently, a lady out of Mount Hood in Texas was murdered, Vanessa Guillien, and this documentary has been getting a lot of play lately, so just watch this short news clip from RT. They'll give you a little background on it. And then absolutely, like I said, the most important aspect of this video here is to click on the link down there in the notes and watch the whole documentary, The Invisible War. The women in our military are just being abused like crazy. And the men, you'll see in the documentary, and the men. And nobody's putting attention. These guys are getting away with it. So it's a great documentary, and everybody should know what's going on in our military. Our sad and sickened military, guys committing 22 suicides per day. More suicides are being committed overseas than actually being killed in combat. Yes, that's right. More guys are committing suicide than dying in combat. That's a fact, which a video I put out a long time ago. Anyway, watch the documentary. That's the most important aspect of this video and this news clip coming up from RT. Thank you, and Pura Vida.
The US military is facing damning allegations of systemic sexual violence in its ranks. There's greater scrutiny now since the recent tragic killing of soldier Vanessa Guillien. The 20-year-old vanished in late April. Her body was found 2 weeks later. Guillien had apparently complained to her family that she'd been sexually harassed while serving at Fort Hood in Texas. A fellow soldier suspected of killing Vanessa with a hammer committed suicide as law enforcement tried to arrest him. Prosecutors also charged another woman, too, believed to be his accomplice. Vanessa's heartbroken sister wants to know now why commanders didn't do more.
How can this happen on military base? How can this happen while she was on duty? They take it as a joke. My sister's no joke.
At first, military chiefs dismissed the sexual harassment allegations as unsubstantiated. But then last week, as nationwide outrage grew, the U.S. Army Secretary ordered a review of the command, climate and culture at the base, while the Texas representative in Congress confirmed indeed the allegations of sexual abuse would also be scrutinized. Now, Vanessa's killing has led other servicewomen to come forward too with similar harrowing stories of sexual assault. They've been taking to social media to call out what they describe as ingrained harassment in the US military. Former soldier Trista, who was also stationed in Texas, talked us through her experience.
I got invited to a party off base. I was told that it was a birthday party for one of the other girls that was going to start class with us at that same time. We had not yet started class. I made myself a drink, and the other guys wanted to see what I made, and so I passed it around. And when I got it back, it didn't seem as though anyone had drank anything, but I just kind of thought that was different, but didn't really think much of it, and kind of felt as though I could feel myself kind of blacking out. And then the next morning when I got up to use the restroom and take a shower, I realized how much pain I was actually in, and I was still bleeding. And I just, I kind of was wondering, well, what happened? And I tried really hard to remember, and I couldn't. The case actually has not developed. I went and talked to legal help, and they told me after about 4 months of investigating that there was no evidence and that the case would be dropped.
Well, the Pentagon issued a report in April on the mounting number of claims of sexual assaults in the US military. Trista again says plenty of cases are glossed over and that independent investigations, therefore, are crucial.
I saw a lot of females that I actually worked with that experienced harassment and assault and even rape. So I just thought it was crazy that this is actually the culture of it and no one is talking to each other about it. So it is happening, and it's happening a lot. And just the amount of control that the military has to keep it kind of quiet is what is surprising. There needs to be an alternative to reporting. There needs to be a civilian organization that's not affiliated with the military whatsoever. I believe that they do claim that there's like resources off base that you can go to, but they're still affiliated with the military. They're still able to kind of sweep it under the rug to them. So I believe just a completely separate organization where women can go. I believe that there shouldn't be any type of punishment for coming forward and speaking out. I just believe that it needs to bring more awareness to the civilian part of, the community.